Good morning, students. This is the time for computer class, and I am your computer teacher. So, we are continuing the lesson MS Excel 2010, a spreadsheet tool. Till now, in this lesson, what we have discussed about a spreadsheet, what are the features of spreadsheet softwares, MS Excel 2010, a spreadsheet software, workbook and worksheet, the definition of workbook and worksheet, how to start MS Excel 2010, the different options for starting MS Excel 2010, components of MS Excel 2010 window like title bar, quick access toolbar, ribbon. In the ribbon we have discussed about tabs, groups and commands, File tab, Help button, Name box, Formula bar, Sheet area or working area, Row bar, Column bar, Cell, Status bar, Sheet tabs, Insert worksheet button, Horizontal scroll bar, Vertical scroll bar. Next, using MS Excel 2010, in this topic we have discussed about creating a new workbook, entering data in a worksheet, the different options available for entering the data in a worksheet, saving a workbook, opening an already existing workbook, renaming worksheets, inserting worksheets, the different methods of inserting the worksheet, deleting a worksheet. Next, in the topic selecting cells in a worksheet, we have discussed selecting a single cell, selecting a range of cells, selecting non-adjacent cell or ranges, selecting a single row or a column, selecting all cells in a worksheet, closing a workbook, exiting MS Excel 2010, the different options available for closing a workbook or exiting a MS Excel, and the basic difference between closing a workbook and exiting MS Excel 2010. Next, in the topic editing a worksheet, we have discussed editing the cell content, the two options that are available for editing the cell content like replacing the text, modifying the text, undo and redo changes, deleting cell contents, moving the data, copying the data, difference between moving and copying the data, inserting cells, rows and column. In this topic, we have discussed inserting cells, inserting columns, inserting rows. Next, deleting cell, rows and column. In this topic, we have discussed deleting cells, deleting columns and rows, changing the column width and the row height. In this topic, we have discussed changing the column width, changing the column width with a specific measurement, the use of hash characters, changing the row width, changing the row width with a specific measurement. Next, in the topic formatting data in a worksheet, we have discussed what is formatting, what does formatting font means, what are the different options for formatting the fonts, like changing the font, changing the font size, changing the font color, changing the text style, changing the background color, adding a border, creating series or autofill. In this topic, we have discussed autofill using one starting cell value, autofill using more than one starting cell values, autofill dates and times, autofill text values, horizontal and vertical autofill, custom list. What is custom list? How can we create a custom list? Next, we have discussed formula in MS Excel 2010, which is an important part of MS Excel. We have discussed the three types of formula, like simple formula. Here we have discussed the components of a formula like operators, cell reference, constant, functions, equal to, parenthesis. Next, we have discussed creating a simple formula, compound or complex formula, text formula. Then another important topic, cell reference. What is cell reference? What are the types of cell reference? Like relative cell reference, absolute cell reference, mixed cell reference. With the help of examples, we have explained them and what are the basic difference between them. Next, in the topic function in MS Excel 2010, we have discussed the rules for writing functions. Some commonly used function in MS Excel 2010 like sum, average, count, today, int, odd, round, sqrt, performing a function using the insert function, performing a function using the if function, function library, auto sum features in MS Excel 2010, using the auto sum feature, other auto sum functions. Next important topic that we have discussed is embedding the charts in a worksheet. What is chart? What are the different components of chart like data series, chart title, x-axis, y-axis, axis title, chart area, plot area, grid lines, legend. Next, we have discussed the types of chart. In the topic types of chart, we have discussed the column chart, the bar chart, the line chart, the scatter chart, pie chart, area chart, radar chart, 3D surface chart, Doudna chart, combination chart. Next, we have discussed creating a chart. So there can be a maximum number of 255 data series in a chart. So this is an important point to be noted by the students. Students, note this, that there can be a maximum number of 255 data series in a chart. So this important point has been mentioned in the Factopedia in your book. So now today in this video we are going to discuss about improving the appearance of a chart. Improving the appearance of a chart. So this is the important topic that once we have studied in the previous video, what is chart, what are the different types of chart we have studied. So now in this video we are going to discuss about improving the appearance of a chart. After inserting a chart, we have the chart tool, with the help of which we have various formatting options in chart tool, which we can use to improve the appearance of a chart. So first of all, here in this topic we would like to discuss about chart tool. So what is chart tool? We can say it is a group of 3 tabs: design, layout and format. So we can say what is a chart tool? We can say it is a group of 3 tab like design, layout and format. Design, layout and format. So it is a group of 3 tabs: design, layout and format, which help us to use the chart style, which help us to use chart style, which help us to use chart style, change the chart layout, change the chart layout and format a chart, and to format a chart. So what is chart tool? We can say it is a group of 3 tabs. That is, it is just like a ribbon. So which is a combination of 3 tabs: the design, the layout and the format tab, which help us to use the chart style, the different types of chart style that we are having, to change the chart layout and to format a chart. So whenever we insert a chart, we have the chart tools arranged in 3 tabs that will appear like a ribbon. So how does it get appeared? Like over here, suppose I am going to show you with the help of a diagram. The diagram may not be the exact one, but it is just an attempt by me to show you how it appears. This is the chart over here, and in the chart it is divided in 3 tabs. The first is design over here, the second is the layout over here, and then the third is the format over here. So in this way it get appeared. So we begin with the chart styles. We begin with the chart style. So MS Excel 2010 has a collection of built-in ready-made chart styles which can be used to make chart attractive. So what does chart style do? It makes the chart attractive. It makes the chart attractive. Chart style, it makes the chart attractive. And where it is available? It is available in the design tab in the charts tool group. So it is available in the design tab. So first of all we have to go in the design tab, and from the design tab we have to click on the chart tools group. So we have to go to the design tab, and from the design tab we have to click on the charts tool group. So applying a chart style. How do we apply a chart style? Applying a chart style. So how do we apply a chart style? First of all, step 1 is what is the first step over here? The step 1 is select the design. Many types of design get appeared over here. Select the design, the different types of design that is available for here. Next, click on more drop down arrow in the chart style group to see all the available styles. So click on more drop down arrow, click on more drop down arrow to see more styles, to see more styles over here. And number 3, select the desired style. The chart will be updated to that style. Select the desired style. Select the desired style, and the chart will be the selected style will be applied to their chart. Like look over here in the book, I am going to show you the different types of chart that we are having over here. So you can select on any of the chart. As soon as you left click over here, your chart will be changed to the selected type that you have left click over here. So this is the different types of chart that we are having. Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is changing the chart type. Changing the chart type. So before moving to explain the changing the chart type, how many types of chart we have studied till now? So till now we have studied about the column chart, the bar chart, the line chart, the scatter chart, the pie chart, the area chart, the radar chart, 3D surface chart, Doudna chart, combination chart. So these were the different types of chart that we have studied till now. So now suppose you have made a chart in the column type and you want to change it to the pie chart or to the Doudna chart or to the column chart, to any other type of chart you want to convert it. So here we have the option of changing the chart type. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to for the changing the chart type, we have to move to the design tab, click on the design tab, and from the design tab click on the type group, and from the type group click on change chart type. So we will have the different types of chart over there. As soon we will get an option of different types of chart like bar chart, column chart, radar chart, pie chart, Doudna chart, scatter chart, 3D chart. Different types of chart will be appeared before us. We can left click on any of the chart and our current chart will be converted to the selected chart type. So this is how we can change the chart type. The next topic that we are going to discuss over here is changing the chart layout. Changing the chart layout. So the different types of layout that we have already discussed, adding or changing the component of a chart is known as changing the chart layout. So the layout tab is used for this purpose, for changing the component. So what are some of the components? Some of the components that we have is the chart title, the axis title, next legends, next data labels, next data table, etc. So these are some of the components of the chart that we'd like to change, like the chart title, the axis title, the legends, the data labels, the data table, etc. So we can change any of them. For this, what we have to do, we have to move to the design tab, click on the design tab first of all. From the design tab, move to the chart layout group. From the design tab, click on the chart layout group, and from the chart layout group click on more drop down arrow. So first of all we have to move to the design tab. From the design tab, move to the chart layout group, and from the chart layout group click on the more drop down arrow. Then select the desired layout. The chart will be updated to the new layout. The next topic that we are going to discuss over here is formatting a chart. Formatting a chart. So a format tab contains the different commands for formatting the numbers and the text on the charts. Like we have different shape styles, shape fill, shape outlines, shape effects, word styles, etc. that can be applied for formatting a chart. So these were some of the appearance of the chart that we can make to improve the chart. The first one is the chart tools, the different options in chart tool like the design, the layout and the format. Next we have discussed how to apply the chart styles over here. Next, changing the chart type from one chart type to the another chart type. Next, changing the chart layout which contains the chart title, the axis title, the legends, the data labels, the data tables, etc. And next, formatting a charts. So these were some of the options that we have for improving the appearance of the chart. Now the next important topic that we are going to discuss over here is placement of a chart. Placement of a chart. Placement of a chart. So when we want to change the position of a chart in a worksheet, or suppose we want to move the chart in the same worksheet from up to the downside or from the downside to the upside, or we can want to change we want the chart to be moved to another worksheets, then we have the options of placement of chart. So we can click on the chart and can drag the place where we want it. If you want to move the chart to to the same worksheet only, then what you have to do, just have a left click on the chart, and as soon as you left click on the chart will be get selected. Now left click on that chart and drag the mouse to the position where you want the chart to get shifted. So a chart can be placed on the another sheet also. The sheet on which the chart is placed is known as the chart sheet. The sheet on which the sheet on which the chart is placed is known as chart sheet. So the sheet on which the chart is placed is known as chart sheet. So for moving the chart from one sheet to the another, what we have to do, first of all, move to the design tab. From the design tab, move to the location group. From the location group, click on the move chart option. Over here. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to move to the design tab. From the design tab to the location group, and from the location group to the move chart options. So here we have the two options over here. The two options are available over here. The first one is so here we have the radio button named new sheet, and the other radio button over here, object in. And the text box of this one is placed over here. So we can select any one of the two. We can't select both. We have to select any one. So if we have a left click over here, a dot of this type will get appeared, indicating that the new sheet is selected. Whenever we select the new sheet, for placing the chart on the same worksheet only. If you want the chart to be placed in the same worksheet only, then click in the new sheet. Or suppose if you have left click over here, now this will get removed. Object in option, then choose the sheet in which you want the chart to be placed over here. So here you will have an arrow of like this over here. As soon as you left click over here, the different sheets will get appeared, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 that are in your workbook. You can select any of the sheets in which you want your chart to be placed. Like suppose you have selected sheet 1 and then press the enter key or click on OK. The chart will move to the new sheets. So this is how the chart can be placed in the same worksheet or to another worksheet. Now the next important topic that we are going to discuss over here is inserting the tables in a worksheet. Inserting tables in a worksheet. inserting tables in a worksheet. So we have already worked with the tables in MS Word. I think all of you are familiar with the MS Word, which we have earlier discussed and have made several videos on MS Words. So in the Viva also, I have asked many of the students about the questions of MS Word, and I am glad to know that most of the students have replied correctly. So here in the MS Word, we have also discussed about tables. So MS Excel 2010 also allow us the options to create and insert tables in the worksheets. So we already know what is table. We can say a table is a collection of cells. And what is cells? The cell is the intersection of row and column. So remember, first of all, what is table? The simple definition of table can be written over here is, what is table? We can say it is a collection of row and column. We can say a table that it is a collection of cells. We can say it is a collection of cells. This was the simple definition that we have discussed of table in MS Word. What is table? It is the collection of cells. Now the next question arises that what is cells? We can say it is the intersection of row and column. It is the intersection of row and column. So table is a grid of cells arranged in row and column. The tables can be customized and can be used for various purposes like presenting the text informations and numerical data. It is also helpful in analyzing the data. Although worksheets are very much familiar to the tables, but still in MS Excel, many of the times we are needed to work on tables. So let us now know how to insert a table. First of all, the first step is over here, the step 1. What is the step 1? Select the worksheet that you want to include in the table. So select the worksheet that you want to include in a table. That you want to include in a table. Select the worksheet that you want to include in the table. Step 1. Next, step 2. Click on the table option in the table group on the insert tab. So first of all, move to the insert tab. From the insert tab, move to the tables group. Move to the tables group, and from the table group, click on the table option. Click on the table option. This is step number 2. Next, step number 3. The create table dialog box will appear where we have the selected range already. Since we have selected the cells, so the selected range will be already there. What you have to do is just you have to click on the OK button. Click on OK. Click on OK button. And as soon as you click on the OK button, the table will be inserted in your worksheets. So this is how we can insert the tables. So now the next topic that we are going to discuss over here is printing the worksheets. Printing worksheets in a table. Printing worksheets in a table. So in order to print the worksheet, what we have to do? First of all, open the Excel workbook and the worksheet that you want to print. Next, select the print option in the file tab. So move to the file tab, and from the file tab, move to the print option. Print option. The print window will appear. So there we will have the different options, like whether we want to print the current active sheet, or we want to print the entire workbook, or we want to print the selected part of a worksheet only. So according to our requirement, we can select any one from the 3 options. Then we have the options of like selecting either we want to print in the portrait orientation, or in the landscape orientation, or we want to apply the normal margins over here. So after doing all these works, you have the option of print command over here, and as soon as you click on the print button and the printer is attached to your system, the printout will get appeared before you. So this is how the printing worksheet in a table is done. So these were some of the topics that we have discussed in these videos. I hope that these topics would be clear to all of you. Thank you, students.